Have you noticed your erections aren't as strong or reliable as they once were? Maybe you're feeling less energetic, less confident, or you've started to avoid intimacy, not by choice, but because your body just isn't cooperating the way it used to. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. For countless men over 60, the earliest sign of changing health isn't memory loss or heart issues. It's a gradual shift in sexual performance that's easy to ignore, but hard to talk about. What's really behind these changes after 60? It's not just age, it's your blood vessels. As we get older, our arteries lose flexibility and the body produces less nitric oxide, the molecule that lets blood flow easily where it's needed most, including the penis. Even if your desire is strong, if blood can't move freely, erections become less reliable. I'm Dr. Benjamin Carter, a men's health physician with 3 decades of experience helping men reclaim their strength, confidence, and connection. Here's what I want you to know. Changes in sexual health aren't just a natural part of aging. They're also your body's way of asking for attention. The good news? With the right knowledge and simple daily habits, you can make a real difference. No drugs, no drastic measures required. Today, I'll share science-backed, practical steps using everyday foods to help you support blood flow, boost vitality, and restore confidence. Before we begin, let me know where you're watching from in the comments. And if you find these insights helpful, please like, subscribe, and join our growing community. Let's talk about a simple food that could change everything for men over 60. Beets. Most people think of beets as just another vegetable, but the truth is they're a powerful ally for your blood flow. Here's why. Beets are packed with natural nitrates, and when you eat or drink them, your body turns those nitrates into something called nitric oxide. Nitric oxide acts as a natural signal that tells your blood vessels to relax and open wider. That's exactly what you need for healthy, reliable circulation, especially to the areas that matter most when it comes to intimacy. After 60, our bodies make less nitric oxide, and blood vessels can become stiffer. It's not about desire, it's simply about blood not reaching the right places as easily as before. That's where beets come in. They work a bit like a natural pump primer, helping your blood move more freely and supporting the kind of erections you remember from years past. I want to share a real story. Frank, a 71-year-old retired mechanic in Chicago, told me he didn't want to rely on medication. He was hoping for a natural solution to bring back his confidence and energy. I recommended a practical approach. Each morning, Frank began drinking 4 ounces of pure beet juice. That's half a cup, just enough to fill a small juice glass. He did this 4 to 5 days a week. When he didn't have juice on hand, he'd eat about half a cup of cooked or roasted beets with lunch or dinner instead. Nothing complicated, just a simple, regular habit. Within about a month, Frank noticed the tightness and pressure he used to feel in his lower body started to fade. His energy improved, and intimacy with his wife felt less stressful and more natural again. If you want to try this at home, stick to 4 ounces of beet juice in the morning, 4 or 5 times a week, or enjoy half a cup of cooked beets several times a week. Remember, consistency is more important than perfection. If you've tried beets for your health or have questions, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. Let's talk about another surprising food that can help men over 60 support stronger, healthier blood flow. Watermelon. Most of us think of watermelon as a summertime treat, but there's much more to it. Watermelon contains an amino acid called citrulline, found in especially high amounts in the white part of the rind. When you eat both the juicy red part and some of that white rind, your body uses citrulline to help blood vessels relax and open up, making it easier for blood to flow where it's needed. As we age, blood vessels in the penis can narrow or stiffen, and that can make arousal feel less consistent or even a little uncomfortable. Citrulline works gently, helping smooth out those tiny arteries and reducing the tightness some men notice during intimacy. I remember a patient named George, 68, a retired mailman from Miami. He told me he used to feel an uncomfortable tension and sometimes woke up without the firmness he remembered from his younger years. I suggested he blend up a simple smoothie using both the red and the white parts of watermelon. Each morning he used about 1 cup of diced watermelon, making sure to include the pale rind near the edge, and blended it with a bit of ice. He did this 3 or 4 days each week. Within 2 weeks, George reported waking up with stronger morning erections, and more importantly, that sense of tension during intimacy started to disappear. He didn't use any medication, just a consistent new habit in the kitchen. It's important to remember that results can vary from person to person. Some men notice improvements quickly, while others, especially those with more severe health conditions, may need more time or additional support. Watermelon is generally safe for most people, but if you have diabetes, kidney disease, or need to limit fluids, be mindful of your portion sizes and talk to your healthcare provider. For most men, enjoying 1 to 2 cups per serving 3 to 4 times per week is reasonable. If you're concerned about blood sugar, try eating watermelon with a meal or use more of the white rind and less of the red flesh. This can help keep your intake balanced and avoid unnecessary spikes. This isn't about magic, but about supporting your natural circulation in a gentle, effective way. Have you ever tried using watermelon this way? Share your experience or your questions in the comments below. Let's talk about a food that's often overlooked but packs a real punch for men's health. Pumpkin seeds. These small seeds are easy to add to your routine and are loaded with nutrients that support blood flow, hormone balance, and overall vitality. Pumpkin seeds are rich in magnesium, zinc, and arginine. Magnesium helps relax blood vessels and may reduce the tension or cramping some men feel during intimacy. Zinc is essential for healthy testosterone production, and arginine is an amino acid that supports nitric oxide, key for strong, healthy erections. I remember a patient named Walter, 73, a retired Air Force veteran from Dallas. He wasn't struggling with desire, but he did notice a strange tightness and a loss of that morning confidence he used to have. I suggested he start eating pumpkin seeds daily. Walter began with just 1 tablespoon of unsalted raw pumpkin seeds each afternoon, sprinkled on his oatmeal, tossed into a smoothie, or simply eaten by the handful. After 3 weeks, Walter came back and told me that not only did the tightness in his groin fade, but his energy and mood also improved. He felt more like himself and even noticed better stamina throughout the day. If you'd like to try pumpkin seeds, a simple approach is best. Aim for about 1 tablespoon each day, roughly the amount that fits in the palm of your hand. Consistency matters more than quantity, and you don't need to go overboard to see the benefits. Add them to your breakfast, your salad, or just keep a small container nearby for an easy snack. Pumpkin seeds are a fantastic choice, but if you have a nut or seed allergy, kidney problems, or are following a special medical diet, be sure to check with your healthcare provider before eating them daily. As with all dietary changes, individual results can vary, especially for men with more complex health concerns. If you have any specific medical issues, talk with your healthcare provider before making changes to your diet. Have you tried pumpkin seeds for your health? Or do you have a favorite way to enjoy them? Share your thoughts and questions in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Now that you've heard about beets, watermelon, and pumpkin seeds, you might be wondering why these 3 foods are so effective when used together. Here's the secret. Each of them supports a different part of the blood flow and hormone equation, and when you combine them, their effects can work in harmony, sometimes greater than the sum of their parts. Think of your body like a classic car that needs regular tune-ups to run at its best. Beets act as the spark, opening up blood vessels and kickstarting healthy circulation. Watermelon soothes and relaxes the smallest arteries, making it easier for blood to reach where it's needed most. Pumpkin seeds, with their rich supply of minerals and amino acids, provide the fuel and ongoing support for healthy testosterone, energy, and blood vessel function. I've seen men in their 60s and 70s who thought they were simply past their prime, rediscover a new level of confidence and well-being after consistently adding these foods to their daily routine. Sometimes the changes are gradual, but the combination truly supports the whole system. Remember, there's no one-size-fits-all solution. Results can vary, especially if you have chronic health conditions or take certain medications. So always check in with your healthcare provider before making big changes. But for many men, this natural vitality trifecta can help build a foundation for lasting strength and renewed confidence. Let's address something I see far too often in my practice: the temptation to chase a quick fix. It's understandable. When your body isn't responding the way you want, it's natural to reach for the fastest solution, often in the form of pills or supplements promising instant results. But here's the truth. Most medications for erectile problems only treat the symptom, not the underlying cause. For many men over 60, the real issue is declining blood flow, lower nitric oxide, or a drop in key hormones, things that pills alone can't permanently repair. Sometimes over-reliance on medication can even mask a deeper vascular or metabolic problem, delaying the care your body really needs. I remember one patient, Harold, who came to me frustrated that his medication worked less and less over time. Once we focused on his nutrition and daily habits instead of just another prescription, he noticed steady, more natural improvement in his energy, confidence, and intimate life. If you're currently using medication, don't stop abruptly or feel any shame about it. But if you're ready to support your body from the inside out, start with real, nourishing foods and simple daily habits. And always talk with your doctor before making changes, especially if you have ongoing health concerns or take prescription medications. Have you experienced the quick fix trap? Or have you made positive changes through nutrition and lifestyle? I'd love to hear your story or your questions in the comments below. Here's a simple 7-day action plan you can start right away, designed to help you build healthier habits and support better blood flow, energy, and confidence. Remember, the goal isn't perfection. It's steady, consistent effort that fits into your daily life. Each morning, begin your day with 4 ounces of pure beet juice, or, if you prefer, half a cup of cooked or roasted beets alongside breakfast. This helps jumpstart your circulation from the moment you wake up. Around midday, enjoy 1 to 2 cups of fresh watermelon, making sure to include some of the white rind, blended into a smoothie or eaten with your meal. This is a gentle, natural way to support healthy blood vessels and keep things moving in the right direction. Later in the afternoon, grab a tablespoon of unsalted, raw pumpkin seeds, add them to oatmeal, sprinkle on a salad, or eat them as a simple snack. Be sure to drink enough water throughout the day and take some time for gentle movement, like a short walk or stretching. These small steps support both circulation and overall well-being. Don't forget, managing stress and getting quality sleep are just as important for sexual health as any food or supplement. If you ever feel uncertain or have special dietary needs, talk to your healthcare provider about tailoring this plan to fit your personal situation. After just a week of these simple steps, some men begin to notice more energy, better mood, and even improvements in intimacy. But remember, everyone's body is different, and bigger changes can take more time. The most important thing is to keep showing up for yourself, one day at a time. If you have questions about this plan or want to share your progress, leave a comment below. Intimacy and sexual health aren't just physical. They're deeply connected to your emotions and relationships. It's natural to feel frustrated or distant when things change. But remember, you're not alone. And honest communication with your partner can make all the difference. Opening up about your experiences can relieve stress, bring you closer together, and help you find solutions as a team. If you need extra support, consider reaching out to a healthcare provider or counselor. Let's quickly recap what we've covered today. Adding beets, watermelon, and pumpkin seeds to your routine can support better blood flow, energy, and confidence as you age. Small, consistent changes, along with caring for your emotional well-being and your relationships, are key to feeling your best. If today's video was helpful, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Share where you're watching from, or let us know what change you're ready to try. Your story might inspire someone else. Thank you for being here and investing in your health. This is Dr. Benjamin Carter, reminding you that it's never too late to reclaim your strength, confidence, and connection. Stay well, and I'll see you next time. This video is for educational and informational purposes only. It does not replace medical advice. Please consult your healthcare provider before making changes to your diet, exercise, or supplement routine, especially if you have underlying health conditions.